Alright, welcome to the second video in my knitting series. I'm Tamber. So today we're going to do cast on. And basically what that is just putting stitches on your needle to work with. So you're going to start off, we don't actually need the needles yet. You're going to start off with your yarn. You're going to make a loop. Alrighty, now you see how the short end in this loop, the short end is on top of the long end connected to the skein of yarn here. You're going to want to make sure that that happens. Makes it easier down the road. So you stick your fingers, after you make the loop, you stick your fingers in the loop, and then you grab the long piece connected to your skein of yarn. You pull it through by pulling on the short end until it forms a nice tight knot, and you have this nice big loop here. And you can adjust it. You can make it bigger or smaller, however you want. So, it's very forgiving. Alright, so if you need to watch that again, go ahead. We're going to move on. So, now you're going to put your fingers in this loop, pointing finger and thumb. You're going to grab the long piece connected to your skein of yarn. You're going to pull it through, so now you have two loops. One loop going through the other loop. Alrighty, and now you're going to need your needle. Okay, so let's grab the needle. You're going to put the two loops on the needle. Now you can kind of see that this loop is coming out of this one, and you're going to want that to be closer to the tip. So you want your first loop on this side and this loop coming through it on this side. And just so you know, the loop that you want closer to the tip is the one that is attached to your skein of yarn. Okay, now we're going to tighten this loop here. So we're going to pull on the first loop to tighten that up. There we go. We don't want to make it too tight. And then you got this nice big loop here. Now I'm going to turn it around so that it's a little easier to see. You got this nice big loop. What you're going to do is you're going to put it on the needle, and you see how it's just hanging really loose there? What you're going to do, you got it on the needle, you're going to stick your fingers in right here like this, and you're going to grab on, this short piece is getting in the way, you don't want to grab the short piece, you're going to grab the long piece that's connected to your skein of yarn, hold on to this stitch so it doesn't fall off the needle, and pull it like that. It didn't quite tighten it as much as I had hoped, so we'll just try again here. And this short piece, yeah, there we go, that short piece, it can get kind of annoying sometimes. So, here we go, we're going to tighten that a bit. Alright, now you got two stitches on the needle. Congratulations! Now this is a huge, huge loop, so I'm going to kind of pull it a little bit. Yeah, you pull the yarn connected to the yarn skein, your long piece, to make it a little bit smaller, easier to work with. So you're going to put that on the needle. You're going to kind of let it sit like that. Stick your fingers in there, kind of like a swing. And then you're going to grab the long piece and do the same thing. You're going to pull it to tighten that one stitch that you did there. Okay, and you're going to keep doing that for until you have as many stitches as you want minus 1. So I'm going to add 9 because I want 10. And I'll just do that real quickly here. Now, it's okay if they're a bit loose. You don't want them too tight because you have to stick your other needle into them when you do, when you start knitting. This isn't actually knitting, this is just putting stitches on the needle. It would be nice if this was, all that knitting was, but it's not, sorry. Okay, we have 6 so far. This is taking me a little bit longer than usual because I'm at a weird angle with the camera. There is another way to cast on, but I don't like it very much because you have to measure how long the amount of yarn you want to use to get the stitches on the right amount. And a lot of times your measurement is wrong at first. You have to take it out and start over. It's just frustrating. I do not like that method at all. 2, 3, oh, oops, okay. So I had 9. All right. Now I'll show you what to do with the last stitch. Okay, so we got this last stitch here. This is going to be number 10. So stick your fingers in the loop while it's not on the needle. Grab a piece of the long yarn, pull it so it's got a kind of a tight knot there. And then you're going to put that big loop on the needle and kind of pull it tight. A little bit twisted. It does that. There we go. Alrighty. And there you go. You got stitches on your needle that you can work with. So join me in the next video when we talk about the knit stitch.